Hello, welcome to Dungeon Dwellers Podcast. I'm your host, Justin. Today is our first review for Christmas month. We're all for the month of December. We're gonna review movies, comics, even some anime. Hell, we might even review some like Christmas specials and cartoons. So, for the first movie we're gonna review, I picked Santa Sleigh. It's a 2005 movie, directed by David Steiman, who I have no idea who this guy is. It's which is weird because I'm pretty sure it says Steinman, but it says Steinman here without the N. He's worked on shit like Castaway, What Lies Beneath, and Inspector Gadget. Alright. So this movie, I watched it on Spike TV a long time ago when I was like, I don't know, like 12 or 13. And I really enjoyed the movie even though it was like, obviously like a TV movie. Though watching this version that I watched on YouTube, it's uncensored and there's like nudity too, which the version I watched on Spike TV, they took all that shit out. Which I don't know why they fucking do that. They'll even do that after like 9 o'clock when they're technically allowed to have that shit on TV. But yeah, Spike TV would always do that shit, even though it was supposed to be the man's channel. So this is a horror comedy movie. It stars the wrestler Goldberg as an evil Santa Claus who lost a bet to an angel, where he has, instead of going around killing people on Christmas, he had to deliver gifts and spread joy for 1,000 years. Now that 1,000 years has gone up, and now he wants revenge. So the movie stars Douglas Smith as Nicholas Yuleston. His grandpa is played by Robert Culp, who you'll know from a bunch of stuff. He's a Canadian actor, I think, and he was in episode of The Outer Limits called Devil with a Glass Hand, Demon with a Glass Hand, which was written by, what was his name? Fuck. Oh, the guy who sued, oh, I'm blanking on names, guys. Fuck. What was the who directed Terminator? Oh, fuck. It was James something. How is it whenever I do reviews, I forget people's names? James Cameron. So, like, James Cameron apparently ripped off 2 episodes of The Outer Limits that were both written by this dude. This famous author. The guy who wrote I Have No Mouth, But I Must Scream. That guy. Which he also wrote a comic book, which I read. I didn't review it because I didn't have the YouTube channel at the time, but it was like 7 Against the Chaos. That was actually a pretty good comic book. And it's about like lizard men like trying to take over the planet or some shit. Like going back in time and fucking shit up. Which is a pretty cool comic if you haven't read it. That I'm getting sidetracked. You also have Emilie De Ravin, who plays Mary McKenzie, and who you'll know her from Lost as Claire, and she was also in the TV show, the Beastmaster TV show, which was shot in Australia. She's an Australian actor. It's funny, this girl, she's been playing like teenage roles for like 2 decades, but now she's like 40 and she looks older. She hit the wall, unfortunately. But yeah, so weird that she played like teenagers for like for almost like a decade. That's fucking insane. But like that, I guess that's kind of normal. She's very young looking in the movie. I think she's supposed to be 16, but she's like 20. I did the math. She would have been like 22, 23 during the movie, just so you know. And you also have Dave Thomas, who's famous for, he's in like a bunch of comedy movies, and he was in that TV show with Rick Moranis. What was it called? Fuck. The Great White North, and there was a movie called Strange Brew based off the Great White North. So what? He's from St. Catharines. That's in Canada, Ontario. Oh, so that guy was actually Canadian? Holy shit! I thought, because wasn't the other guy American? Oh well, whatever. So the movie, I really enjoyed this movie back in the day, but like most nostalgia, yeah, like things aren't as good as you remembered. Yeah, like the movie mostly is about like this kid, Nicholas Yulson, whose grandpa is who's raised by his grandpa, who's like a crazy crockpot inventor. He's also like, I guess they imply he's a conspiracy theorist. Nick works at like a Jewish deli where he works with his girlfriend Mary Mackenzie, who's played by Emilie De Ravin, who's supposed to be like family of rednecks, and yeah, most of the movie is like them fighting Santa Claus, and there's also funny scenes where Santa Claus is going around killing people, getting into fights. Like at the beginning of the movie, you have this dinner scene with Fran Drescher, Chris Clattan, and James Caan, and like it's supposed to be like this rich family having Christmas, and like Chris Clattan's like flirting with like the dude's wife, and it's like this really weird like Christmas like dinner scene, which what ends up happening is Goldberg shows up through the chimney, kicks and kills this fucking poor cute Pomeranian, which you guys know me, I don't like animal violence in movies, but like besides from that, like a lot of the deaths in the movie are pretty comedic. Like you have like goofy gore in the movie, like if you ever seen that movie Turbo Kid, where that had also goofy like practical effects for the gore. There's this like one scene where like he's fighting at a strip club, he's killing people. He's about to use a stripper pole as a weapon. Before he grabs it, he takes like some Windex or whatever and cleans it before he grabs it and uses it as a weapon, which is like I thought was funny at first, but then I realized, dude, you have gloves on. Why do you need that shit? And I did think like the movie had like kind of I wouldn't say anti-Christmas movie, but like anti-Christmas like thing going on, but it didn't portray like, I would say, like patriotic Americans that well until like the very end, where they use the rednecks to form basically a firing squad and shoot Santa out of the fucking sky, where like one of them has a fucking bazooka, which I don't think there's any fucking state where you're allowed to have a fucking bazooka, even in 2005 when this movie was made. Which the town is called Hell, by the way. There's like a lot of puns here. There's like a fucking there's like a lot of 2000s pop culture references. Like at one point, like Santa Claus runs this old lady off the road with his sled, which is like pulled by an ox, not a reindeer, but in the script they call it a reindeer. And like he says, "Move, bitch, get out the way," which was a 2000s rap song. Wasn't it Ludacris? I don't fucking remember. But yeah, there's a lot of references like that. And like there's a lot of wacky like Christmas parody fucking songs that were goofy as fuck, honestly. And a lot of Jewish references, a lot of Jews in this movie. Like Santa Claus does not like Jews in this movie at all. He like he like growled at like these bunch of Jews, and like he killed like the Jewish deli owner with what was it called? I can Despite ethnically being part Jewish, I don't know all the fucking terms. Like, what do you call the thing where it's like a like an 8-piece like candle holder? I can't fucking remember. My fucking sister, when I still lived with her at our parents' house, like she had one for some in her room for some fucking like a silver one in her fucking bedroom for some fucking reason. It's like I didn't even think she knew we were Jewish at the time. It's like what the part Jewish, okay? Only part like maybe for a third Jewish. Like, but I thought though it was weird for like Santa hates Jews in this movie, but like he's like played by a Jewish wrestler, which I didn't see. Apparently, in these movies where like you have wrestlers in the movies, they're supposed to be like, you know, WWE productions like reference. I didn't see any of that shit in the intro or credits. Let me just double check. Is he actually Jewish? I'm just looking to see if Goldberg's actually Jewish. By the way, this was produced by Brett Ratner, just so you know. Fuck. Where does this say religion anywhere? No. He was a football player apparently. I didn't know that. Oh wait, maybe I did, cause like I think I watched some fucking like he was in like a movie with Joey Diaz, and Joey Diaz was like, oh yeah, like this guy used to be a football player, and he taught us all the rules and shit. Which Joey Diaz, I like Joey Diaz, but he was, oh my god, Goldberg like did Japanese wrestling in from 2002 to 2003. All this Google is Goldberg Jewish, like Jesus. That's my PS4, by the way. Goldberg Jewish. Goldberg is proud of his Jewish heritage and refuses to hide in the wrestling world, including refusing to wrestle on Yom Kippur. His Romanian great-grandfather Marcel immigrated from Budapest and came to the U.S. through Ellis Island. Another great-grandfather, Willie, was a Russian immigrant. People are gonna like, why are you laughing? It's like, don't worry about it. don't worry about it. But yeah, I don't know. Like, the movie, it's a little goofy, but if you look despite, you know, the low budgetness and the dumb jokes here and there, I thought it was a good movie. Though, like, there was a lot of lines in the movie where, like, people would, like, time would be of the essence, and then, like, people would, like, somebody would say, like, a long-ass line, right, when they're supposed to be running away and shit, and it felt like a lot of the lines didn't feel natural, felt shoehorned in, and they were, like, dumb fucking Christmas puns and shit. But other than that, I did enjoy the movie. I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. You know, I think this movie was supposed to be in like fucking theaters, but like it obviously wasn't considered good enough at the time. But like, yeah, apparently it did get released in theaters in Canada though, so. And like October 25th. Like, what a fucking bad time to put out a Christmas movie. But yeah, like, I don't know, I did enjoy the movie. It might be worth watching, especially if you're like a Christmas, you know, if you're one of those guys that want to watch Christmas shit on Christmas but don't want to watch actual Christmas movies. This is a good movie. All right, peace.